there's a lot of like similarities with this neighborhood. Also a lot of differences. But overall, I'm just very, very grateful. When I was on the search to look for my apartment, this sign in this building, that was one of the numbers I called. But they were very full. But I seen that sign on so many different buildings, and that number is connected to a lot of different buildings. So, um, I think it's just like one landlord, and he just like has like a lot of different, um, like buildings. But I love that there's so many restaurants and like so many of like, people eating outside, food trucks outside. I think, okay, so I think the word for like food trucks are like people who um, cook and serve food like outside or whatever. I do think, if I'm not mistaken, that it is called kiosco. I think I could be wrong about that, but yeah, I'm just looking around. And when I came up this street, I came from the other side. So I'm gonna just walk from this side now to just see like a different point of view, you know. But I really like a lot of these stores and stuff. And then I noticed that so many people are building like their business and like the community and stuff. Like right next door to my new crib is what street we're on? Is like a it looks like what they building is about to be a restaurant. But also just in general, like the people who like work on the street and like clean up the grass and stuff. It's like I've been walking up these streets so many times, and it seems like today it seems like everybody is working. Like the streets is so much cleaner. Everything, like, it just seems like people really like. So that's why I think the word is kiosco, because I see that word on that sign right there, and for some reason, this is a coffee shop. For some reason, I just correlated kioscos with like the food trucks that be outside. Even though this is just like a restaurant, like a, you know. But I feel like I've heard or seen that word in other places. That's why I think that Puerto Rico got DoorDash too, you feel me? But over west, DoorDash is not necessarily like that popular in my experience. See, I love this type of shit. Like I love the like the night lights, restaurant outside seating, good ass food where you can just chill. It's not too much going on. You know what I'm saying? Like this kind of, but more like, not even more anything. I'm just saying, like, there's different styles of different things. There's a college right there. It says Colegio Padre. But I think that colegio could also mean just like a regular, like, I don't think colegio necessarily means college in the way that we learn college, like in the United States, where like college, like a community college, like after you graduate high school. Like I think college could also be considered high school out here too, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong about that as well. But yeah, I just wanted to just show, like, this is such a beautiful ass neighborhood. Like, I am in love. Like, I cannot even like put into words just like how grateful I am for how much and how good the air feels right now. Like the wind is blowing so good right now. Like you can tell that like the beach is nearby. Like you can tell that like I'm just in love. Like I can't explain. I'm just in love, and you know, I'm just doing my tour. Like you know how I walk around and like Rio Piedra, and you know I just do like what a Saturday afternoon looks like in Rio Piedra. But like instead of it being that, this area is called Santurce. That's what this area is called. This street I'm on right now is called Borinquen. Borinquen, or Borene. I forgot how to say Q. U N O. Letters are a lot harder for me to say if I'm not already familiar with how to spell it than numbers. Like for instance, let me find a number real quick. Like a phone number. I feel like, okay, here go a phone number. Okay, so 787-727-5186. Like that's way different than letters. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because in that okay, so like when I was growing up and stuff, these doors remind me of these doors my grandparents had at their house. Like the glass that's in between or whatever. But like growing up as far as numbers and stuff, like I didn't really enjoy math like that because I had issues with like the equations and stuff we had to do. I had a hard time figuring out what the point of the equation was. So like and a hard time like memorizing it, remembering it. But I'm actually a lot better with numbers just in general now, like as an adult. It seems like I'm really good and skilled at things that I didn't know that I was good at, or I really did have trouble with when I was younger. It's so interesting how like life works and things like that. That's why you gotta be the one to give yourself the grade. Like don't let anyone else make you feel like you are in this particular box and this is how you fit, and you're a grade A student because you got these amount of answers right on the test or something. Like no. But yeah, it is this beautiful park, and it's so amazing because I have passed these areas before, but like I was going on different journeys. Like I was going through this area when I had got lost, when I was trying to go to the beach one time. I remember this big old park and I saw this beautiful stage, and I'm just like I'm gonna be on that stage. Like I'm gonna be on that stage and I'm gonna set up my own, you know what I'm saying? Especially like nobody even be using this stage. You know what I'm saying? Every time I seen this stage, it don't be nobody on it. Well, I'm not gonna say nobody use it, but just like in my experience, I haven't seen anybody. Here where the chickens hang out, you know what I'm saying? I like that they got their own little parking area, cause like my other apartment that I had, it's like there's not necessarily like okay, you see how people are like grouped up like around like at the park chilling, and the chickens are like in their space chilling also. Like where I live at, it's not that kind of organization like that organizing type of thing. It's like, you know, it's like chickens all over the place, so they be dead all over the place, so they be shitting all over the place. Like people, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't really see people like hang out like that. Like if they are, they're like at a store or something. And I know I'm comparing two neighborhoods, but they're really it's beautiful things about both neighborhoods, all the places I've lived in Puerto Rico and everything. And I'm very so this is the stage. I'm very grateful for every experience that I had while being here. See, they got lights up there and stuff like that. Man, they got outlets. This remind me of in Cabo Rojo. It's this place near Rebecca Colbert is like the neighborhood or something like that. And they got a stage. I remember I had come up there to charge my phone, and it had a stage like this, but this area was more like government buildings and shit instead of like a park and grass. But I love this. Like I love the open space. I love how the air feels like on my skin and just like in my space. Like there's just so many things I can be grateful for. Like for my apartment, I'm grateful that I have hot water. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm grateful to have hot water. Like cold showers is beautiful and absolutely amazing. But I am so grateful to have the option, you know what I'm saying? To have, okay, so this is a park over here. And I'm gonna take a walk back this way and just make this left because I am headed back to my previous apartment because there's just like one or two, 1.5, 2 more steps left of solidifying this this apartment. So today was the inspection and it was, passed or whatever. I had to sign some papers. The papers go to the office. And then they called me for me to give them similar documents and paperwork that I gave them when I actually applied for the initial application. And then after that is when I give them the deposit. So after that is when I will officially move in. Ooh. Okay. I mean, African braids. I mean, I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself. Trenza braids. But it's basically like I was about to like go in, but I'm gonna chill. It's just like sometimes like I don't like to be too much attached to words all the time. So sometimes like I just be like wearing my hair in braids to me is not like a African like hairstyle or nothing like that. But I know that people like in the world, they consider things to automatically just be African based off of their like experiences, like, and I'm just recognizing that as a thing, but also that I make my own meaning and reasonings to whatever hairstyle and whatever it is that I'm doing. And I know like, yeah, anyway, but yeah, Borinquen nutrition. I'll be trying my best. I really be trying my best. It smells so good. It's just like everybody's cooking. Everybody got their business going. Everybody is just like, it's just more professional. Not to say that professional in terms of like suit, tie. Like, I mean professional as far as like people be on their business and shit. Like, I just love it. I'm just in love. And what I love the most is that the beach is literally around the corner. You know what I'm saying? So instead of me walking hours to get to the beach from where I live at right now, it's not that bad. I love when the bananas or the plantains be hanging. That's why I said so many similarities. It's like a lot of people got this bike, but there's so many like similarities and stuff. Like especially with like plantains and bananas, maduro. Plantains is like what it's called, and like what I first learned it as when I was growing up. We just said plantains. But as I'm growing up and learning, going to different places, they call it more so like maduro or plátano maduro or amarillo or yeah. But there's just flights. Where is that? There we go. But this is a supermarket Econo. It's pretty popular. It's like you get a truck in Puerto Rico and you live at a farm or something that already growing all these different kind of fruits. And you got you a business already, just like that. Just like that. I want some papaya. They be selling papaya, mangoes, all type of shit. But you know what I'm saying? One of my first places out here in Puerto Rico was over west though, and all the fruit was very, very free. You know what I'm saying? So like I'd be kind of resistant to paying for fruit sometimes. But I'm just like, nigga, where you from? You was always paying for food and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that experience over west, Puerto Rico. It just changed my life. Like, it changed my perspective. But yeah, you know? Like, I'm just very, very grateful. And I'm just doing this walk around to talk about different things that I see, different things going on, different colors I see, different kind of vehicles people using to travel with. Casa de Empeño is pawn shop. Casa de Empeño is pawn shop. Okay, I guess that's something I could do too. So, la canasta. Okay, so this is a similarity. So, at my house, Rio Piedra Capetillo, this same exact thing is there. Like the same exact setup, like the name of it, everything, it's exactly the same. And there's a few other places that's also set up the same, like this clothing store called La Nueva Era, which is right here. That's also in Rio Piedra at Paseo de Diego. So, you know, we got WIC and food stamps out here as well. You know what I'm saying? Puerto Rico is very similar to Florida to me as well. Not like Jacksonville, Florida, which is like where I went to high school and stuff, but more so like just Florida as a whole, like Florida as a unit. How Florida has all the different personalities, all the cities got, you know. See, so this street is called Avenida Borinquen, which Avenida is like avenue, basically. But yeah, so ropa de caballeros y niños. Caballeros is like men's clothes. Ropa de caballero is men's clothes. WIC, like I said, is available out here as well. And Transito, I don't think it literally translates to one way, but as you can see, like Transito, the sign does look like the sign one way. But out here, like, they don't give a fuck about one way. Like, they will walk up and down the street regardless of which way the street was supposed to be set up. That don't matter, you know what I'm saying? This is like a clothing store, of course, you know. Got some shoes. This is also, even though it's also closed in Paseo de Diego, but this same thing is also there. And this, like how the design of this store is with the star right here, like color over the whole building, is also in Paseo de Diego, but instead of it being a clothing store, it's actually, is this a church, man? Okay. But instead of it being like a clothing store in Paseo de Diego, it's actually a bar, and it's called Paseo Bar. But yeah, you see right here, you seen how I showed the other sign. It said Humberto Vidal, and it was green, and I said that store was in Paseo de Diego, but it was like closed also. This one is also in Paseo de Diego with red letters, but I think that one is closed too. But this one might have just opened because it says abierto ya, which is basically like they open now. But yeah, it's a lot of similarities. Me Salve is also in Paseo de Diego. Rent-A Center is also in Paseo de Diego. People loading trucks is also out there and stuff like that. What's this called again? Always 99 is also in Paseo de Diego. Comida China is I seen on the way of me walking towards, like, I basically passed a Chinese place on my way here. And my walk is pretty far. It's about an hour. It's my first time hearing about Monkey's Pizza. I might need to try that one of these days. Okay, so this place right here, and this is where I'm gonna probably stop the video. So right here, this is like, okay, so right here, the way this store looks from the outside reminds me of this fruit tree grocery store my parents used to go to when I was growing up. My grandparents and my mom. It's called Fruit Tree. It's in Long Island, New York. But right here, which is where I said I'm gonna stop the video, it's pretty dark right now, so I don't know if you can really see it. But you see how there's a food truck right here, or kiosco they might call it, and then they got a seating area right there that's like this. I'm in love with this. Like, I love this. I love the setup of that. And right across from that is KFC. I wonder if I can use Wi-Fi at KFC. All right. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, this is where I'm going to end the video. Flights.